Brendan Byrne will live to regret that kind of blind opposition to the full development of our natural resources. Out in Colorado, the full use of natural resources is nothing new to mine operator Violet Smith. ABC's Ken Kashiwahara reports on a woman well up in her 60s and who still has energy to burn and strong ideas on how to use it.
You're going to have to get on the A-ball.
What's he want?
Good morning, boys. How are you?
For 40 years, Violet Smith has run the King Coal Mine in southwestern Colorado. She has worked in the mine alongside her husband. She has driven coal trucks and handled all the business affairs. And for the last 4 years, she has kept up a running battle with federal mine safety inspectors.
Well, I'd fight the dickens out of them and run them out. If I couldn't do it with my fist and my tongue, I did it with a 2-by-4. If anybody's going to have an accident, folks, it'll happen. There's nobody on earth can stop it. If we've got 100 inspectors standing there, he cannot stop that accident.
Mrs. Smith says the cost of obeying federal safety regulations would put her out of business, but she does allow state inspectors into her mine, and in fact has won state safety awards, and her miners back her up.
Well, I've worked in a lot of mines, big companies. I won't mention anybody's name, but there's a hell of a lot less safe than this mine right here.
The mine produces 50 to 70 tons of coal a day, most of it used to heat homes and schools in Colorado and surrounding states. And it is cheap. Mrs. Smith sells it for as little as $12 a ton and claims the government would like her to raise the price in order to increase the federal royalties. Her husband, Irwin, is 73 years old, and although he no longer goes inside the mine, he still works on the surface. Now nearing 70 herself, Mrs. Smith has given up all physical labor around the mine. She still runs the business end of it, though, and handles all the domestic chores. But as for the women's movement, she says she has no time for it.
I've been liberated all my life. If I wanted to ride a horse, drive a truck, fly an airplane, ride a helicopter, do whatever I wanted to do, I did it. If I want to cook, sew, scrub, whatever I want to do, I just go ahead and do anything I want to do. If there's anybody I want to go see, big shots or anything, Washington, D.C. or any other seaport, I'll go talk to them too.
With other mine operators threatening to follow her lead in resisting federal regulations, some of those big shots in Washington, D.C. probably wish they had never heard of Violet Smith. Ken Kashiwahara, ABC News, reporting.
A group calling itself Stop ERA said today it may pick up the White House to protest